See this? From The Holy Forest by Blaser, which I have not studied at all. I don't know half of what these imagination poems are about, but they're quite beautiful. Imagination 13, the telephone. The man with 1,000 hearts flaring, a substance shattered, of what form? That is his movement. Both made the sexual beginning into a demonic mediocrity. Both disappeared in future form, the language, sacred to the binding of one to another, stolen. The only heart is the movement of singing words. They burn, then suddenly bathe in the fiery sea. They say he is consumed by sorrow in order to see, and his paper lives fly in pages across the garden, caught in those blue bunches of hydrangea. The particles are pieces of silence riding the sea. They shine at the edge of his words. Suddenly, nothing old or new matters. He can act or not. There, among mountains of the heart, watching, to bring the shining pieces into his hearts, where the words enter like footsteps. These small ghosts tend to flee towards something fearfully and transparent. The shape of heaven is as confused as the heart. When you place your feet on your head, you will stand on the stars. These words whisper as the sea folds 1,000 forms. They are like the telephone. The lovers fall into a whirlpool. He steps forward so suddenly himself and another, a movement, a fold of the real that should be the image of himself, returned, he thought, looking back, where he heard the whisper of so many, the splendor and darkness of something whirl in the air, a blowing together. That would be the real of the lover, which is nothing other than himself. A movement, fiery, turning bits and pieces, a circle, a square, long running lines, dots and dashes, parabolas, almost gigantic, of the man with 1,000 hearts, he thought. The battery might die. It's only 2 pages though. So. Imagination 14, the face. O golden flower, the guest of the window, the air fills with motorcycles, echo and shadows, the backward flowing astonishment, the wings, the multicolored play, as if the years were one destiny and eros, as if the moth heart stayed at the real doorway. The ghost heart, it is the kind of daemon he is to become that governs, entangles at the edge of his words, the laughter that would bring the world back into the square inch. The field of the square inch of the house of the square foot. The house of the square foot is the face. The field of the square inch is the face, alive. In the middle of the square inch, the splendor moves. A footstep in the furnace. The traffic hits the house with its winds, and the house turns a little as if walking away to join a movement. Or is the house still and a gigantic footstep creaks on the narrow blue front steps? Form is alive. It begins as the light flower, like dry wood, like cooled ashes, where the work begins again in the white snow. Horizon of every form, where he journeys, the blue heart at the center of the flower, turning like a sunflower. The mirror in the garden doubles. The garden, there and not there. We had stolen the mirror from the wrecked house next door, over the fence near the willow. Across the heather, the talisman rose, and the wildflowers under the blue back steps, in the white heart. Oh. I should mention that this is recorded at Camp Saturna in northern Washington. I think it's Whatcom County. And it's just a weekend retreat in June 2016.